You're not here to break the rules. You're not here to make the rules. You're just here to be. You're here to live. You aren't here to prove anything. You have nothing that you are here to be a stand for. And if this doesn't resonate with you, then this video is not for you. But those of you that need to hear this, I'm being told to tell you this. I know this video will find who it's meant to because I have enough proof of that now that this is how this works. And I just have to do what Source tells me to do. And what they have been telling me for the last couple hours, and I've been resistant because that's all I'm getting right now. And I'll let Zero come through in a moment and just give clarity to this because they told me I had to deliver this message. You are not here to break the rules or to be the rules or to create the rules or to bend the rules or to figure out the rules. You are here to just be and live. And the rules will be what they are. And if they serve you, they serve you. If they don't, they don't. If you're creating something and there's rules to it, that'll just be innately a part of it. And I don't know why, but this is what they wanted me to tell you. So it is resonating with whoever it's meant to. I'm assuming you if you're still listening, or maybe you're just curious because I'm definitely curious as to where we're going from here. So I'm going to let Zero come through now with the rest of this message. You don't have to close your eyes, but do breathe with me, fully inhaling, fully exhaling, and just take whatever resonates. I definitely know this message is specifically for someone. I'm sure for me, I'm sure for you. So let's just see what Source wants to tell us. I'll see you on the other side. Fully inhaling, fully exhaling, breathing in and out of your being. In and out of your belly, fully expanding on the inhale, opening and expanding on the inhales to receive whatever magic and miracles you need through this message. And on the exhales, just surrendering and softening into now, releasing resistance and receiving. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for pressing play. Thank you for continuing to listen because, yes, this message is for you. Your highest brought you here because you need to receive this. We are sending this to all of you, like Courtney, so she will receive this when she listens back. We are sending this to all of you that have spent your lives in this human journey, in this incarnation, feeling obligated to play by rules that didn't align with you, but also being driven and guided and inspired to be out of the box, to break the rules, to be the rebel. And that's all on purpose too, because you aren't here to be in a box. You aren't here to be limited to rules. But you're also not here to prove anything. There are many souls that incarnated on earth at this time when you're here receiving this, that are here to create rules, here to purposely break rules, here to prove something, here to change systems, all with force, all with resistance from the outside world. You can see that. And maybe you can even feel times when you've been that. But we are sending this message to, and this is only going to resonate with you if it's true for you. So if this isn't resonating, it's not for you. And that's fine too. We are just sending this to those of you that need to hear this right now, that have this specific soul contract. You have spent enough lifetimes being the ones who broke the rules, who expanded things, who proved something. And even in this lifetime, in this incarnation, a lot of you have done that. But we want you to see something right now. And we know, again, that this is only going to resonate and make sense to those of you ready to hear it. When you were doing that, if you've done it, when you've seen others doing it, or when you've been a part of it, it feels heavy. It feels hard. It feels challenging in a way that doesn't feel good, correct? Even if it's been you. And even for Courtney, She's been in a place her whole life where she wants nothing more than to fit in and have everyone love her and have everyone feel good, but then also sees that it's all light and love and sees beyond all the veils and sees all the rules and limitations and fear and lack and all of that of the third and fourth dimension are not how she's here to be. So there was a while where she really was on a mission of getting people to wake up to the limitations and to the control, but with love and light. And so she was doing that in a way that was proving something. And she felt like she needed to know and she needed to do things to prove to others that she was worthy of even leading in this way. And the reason that none of that worked for her is because it didn't feel good to her. Yes, her beliefs felt good of the fact that you are all here to be free and be sovereign souls and live limitlessly. But her being in a paradigm where she had something to prove, where she had to fix anything, where she had to force anything, where she had to convince anything was so not natural for her. Because she, like you, is here to just be, to be the light, to beam bright, to embody her truth. And then that will resonate with who's meant to hear through her lens, through her words, what they need to hear to activate you to live your truth. And then the thing is that you will shatter paradigms. You will be the one that lives outside of the box, because in this world you live in, the only way to live and be free is to be out of the box, out of the cage. But that box, that cage, is one that you choose to keep going back to. So many of you are still defending your limitations, are taking yourself back to the cages that the door is wide open on, that are doing and being and proving and pleasing and suffering and settling and struggling and trying to feel worthy. But really, you're here to live limitlessly. And that you living limitlessly, you being the anchor of light, you being the divine you that you're here to be, if you're just being it and embodying it, you're going to feel free. You're going to be having fun, and you will truly know, like Cortnie does now and is getting clearer and clearer to her, and this will help her in seeing that the more she's heard, the more authentic, the more vulnerable, the more she just lets what wants to come through her, which this is her. How she signed up to be was to be a verbal channel that very authentically and vulnerably shared every part of this journey. And we needed beings like her that were willing to volunteer and come down and be brave like this, but where for so long it was hard for her, and it was a part of the journey because now she can come and share this, was that she still felt like she had to prove something to be worthy of enjoying this. She needed to prove that this was true, right? But that didn't work. It did in ways, but not in ways where she felt free, not in ways where she felt good. She was still living her divine design and doing as she was meant to on this path, as have you. But now, to the level of consciousness and frequency that Earth has shifted to, and this great awakening that has happened, and all of the things that have happened within you that are now calling and leading and guiding you to be free, to share your truth, to live limitlessly. It is not because you're here to change the system. It is not because you're here to prove that anything is anything. It is because you're here to just live. And the fun thing is that through you living and being the living proof of everything you've always felt and believed, just like with Cortnie, that is then when you will shatter paradigms, old paradigms that are limited. That is when you will be breaking rules and being out of the box and creating new ways of being. But you are here to just be you. Everyone here in the new earth paradigm, everyone here to be and embody heaven on earth, everyone here to anchor the light, which is you. If you're receiving this, this is resonating, you have this contract. You do all of the work that you're here to do, which is not going to feel like work to you. You do all of that through being you. That is how you're of the highest service. And so that's what we needed to come through and tell you now, because there's a lot of things in a lot of people waking up and a lot of messages coming through and a lot of debate about things. And if you have to work, you don't have to work in the earth, and the words, it's all just words. And they really don't matter. It's all beyond the words. So use what activates, use what triggers, listen to it all. It's all messages. It's all magic to help you. Right? We're clear in that. But ultimately, you're here to be free and have fun, to do what you want to do. And all of you are here with a very big purpose, to be a very high service. And you're perfectly designed to do that through what you enjoy doing or through what expands and involves you and calls to you, the things that you've never thought of, the things that you've never even been drawn to, that don't make sense to you, that come out of nowhere, right? That's what you're here for now. And the more that you just live limitlessly and do what you want to do and create what you want to create, you will create new systems. You will shatter old paradigms, but not because you're trying, and not because you're proving, and not because you're fixing, and not because you're problem solving. Because you're being, and you're creating, and you're living, and you're loving, and that's what being a super conscious creator is. And that's what you're all designed to do, is live here now and alchemize whatever is here now through the light that channels through you into magic. That's it. But you can't know before you get there. And we can't tell you, because if we told you, we'd be taking away your free will and we'd be limiting it. Because then your thinking mind, your logical mind, your ego would get involved. So this is the thing that you need to understand about us. So we come through Cortnie. We have always come through Cortnie. And we know a lot of you are new here and you're new to this, but your things are resonating. And we need even Cortnie. We're going to bring this mic closer. we're gonna have some fun with you today because Cortnie's gone. So here's the thing. She's resisted this her whole life, but we have been here to control her whole life. So that she could be free and have fun, and mirror to you that you get to too. And again, this isn't going to resonate with everyone. But those of you that are like, this seems like fun. Is this real? Can I do this? Can I just live a life that I love, and I'll shatter paradigms and break the rules but not need to, and make new rules but not need to, and just do what I'm here to do and allow it all to come out as it's meant to? Yes. That's what's happening in front of you. Cortnie doesn't know what she's doing, but she's also doing everything she's known she was ever meant to, because she was here to be a channel, a conduit of source consciousness. We have been coming through her since she was born. She first heard us when she was 4, and we didn't until she was 41 years old actually introduce ourselves and give her a name of 0, because it wasn't until then that she was fully feeling, not even fully, but worthy enough, open enough, that she was willing to trust this and trust us. And then she's gone on this journey of trusting us more and more. And not all of you are here to be like this, just so you know. And we keep saying that because we don't want any of you to resonate in a way that then you're comparing and you're feeling not enough, or Cortnie's already doing it, so why would you have to? That's not the point here. The point here is that we need all of you being here, being the conduits of source consciousness. You're here to be living limitlessly, being free, and paradigms will shatter, rules will break, rules will be created, laws will be realized, laws will be let go of, but not because you're settling and struggling and sacrificing, proving, and all doing all of the things. There's enough beings doing that. That's not your job here. Your job here is to be the light, to have fun. If there's certain things that you feel you're here to be a supporter of, to be a conduit of, to be a channel of, do that. That's all you have to do. And through that, maybe you will feel called to to break specific rules, but not because you have to, because you believe within your soul in something, because you have passion and your power and purpose behind something. So then, because you are there embodied in your frequency and you are innately, authentically, vulnerably being you, that is where the power lies. Think to anything, anyone in any time of your life that you've been drawn to, that you've been inspired by. Most likely it was because of their authenticity. Most likely it was because they were being who they're here to be. Most likely it was because they were just being vulnerable and free. And so the parts of you that are designed to resonate with that and be called to that were. And it didn't really matter what their message was or what they were doing or how they were delivering it. But there's certain things of all of it that would resonate with you. Just like Cortnie with daily YouTube. It did not matter what, if the person was talking about camera equipment or channeling, card readings, anyone that did daily YouTube videos, she felt this spark in her and she ignored it for so long. And she tried all the ways, but that was all on purpose so she could share it on that journey. There's a time on your human journey where you are going to go through things to then have the stories, to then have the memories, to have the history so you can relate with each other. But all of you here with this contract are here to now be free and to just create, and have tried and challenged the system and broke paradigms, but through struggling and suffering, which you did good. You did good. You're here. You have a clear, pure heart. So everything you've ever done has been with good intention. And you, all you want, can feel and perceive it as you hurt others, someone didn't like you, whatever it is. All you want. You can criticize all you want. And you will as long as you need to. But we promise you, if you're here now, it is not by mistake. You are here now to be free, completely, to be free of feeling like you have anything to prove, any rules to break, any rules to create, anything at all that you have to do. But through you being you, you will break rules. You will create new ones. You will activate, you will awaken, you will shatter paradigms. You will expand consciousness. You will raise frequency. You will help people live limitlessly. You will inspire how you're meant to. And that can all come from being home alone, embodying the frequency of you that loves playing board games. And nothing brings you more joy, but your frequency ripples out into this world and others are inspired by it. And then they're inspired to create a whole new system of something that changes lives. You cannot figure it out. You can't. You can't. You can try as long as you want to figure it out. You'll never be able to figure it out. Everything on Cortnie's desk. Someone created this. They had a vision, they had a dream, there was a process. They maybe struggled, they maybe suffered through it, or maybe they had fun with it. You are here to bring and make the invisible visible. That's what you're here to do. And the more you keep trying to recreate or compare yourself to others, you're just slowing down the process, which is all going to take as long as it needs to by design. But we know that if you're here receiving this, you're ready now to collapse time and create what you're here to through having fun, through being free, through living limitlessly, through enjoying this journey. And anything and everything that right now, most likely you value, the things that are helping you live your human life, like say a cell phone. This didn't exist. Someone created this. You're here to bring things that don't exist yet into form all of the time. You're here to trust in the innocence of your imagination. For all of you that want to know how to manifest, really, it's entertaining for us because you all manifest all day, every day. It's just so many of you are just, because manifesting is just whatever your consciousness is turning into form. So consciousness turns energy into form. So whatever you're putting your consciousness, your awareness, you onto is then what's creating your reality, which is you manifesting. So all you have to do to manifest what you want to is create it, is tune and turn your consciousness, your awareness to it. As we've brought through before, you all have reticular activating systems in your brains because you're all here with this hardware of your brain. Your mind is just open space that you can play with. You can recode very easily. But your brain has a lot of value on your human journey. And one thing specifically is your reticular activating system that literally will tune to and make manifest whatever you want it to. But you have to choose what that is. And that's why Cortnie brings through so often. What she does is she wakes up, she breathes, she feels, she envisions, she imagines her living limitlessly. She states it, she claims it, she owns it, she embodies it, and she lives it to the best of her ability. And that has truly transformed her reality. And you all have this ability too. But you can also wake up and tap in and tune into your limitations, to your lack, to your fears, to your unworthiness. You always have the power. Always. You always have the power in the now to choose. And what you choose creates your reality. So the more that you are here and envisioning and imagining the limitless possibilities, the things that you dream of, and then that's going to tune your reticular activating system to that, and it is going to look for proof of that in your reality. So if you're focused on the lack, the limitation, the fear, then your reticular activating system, your brain, is going to focus and find proof of that. But if you're here tuning to the limitless possibilities, to the identity of you that is free, that is limitless, and you're doing that all day, your reticular activating system is going to look for proof of that. And that will create your reality. What sounds better? Just asking for a friend. But truly, it's up to you. You get to choose, and you always are. And we're just here to awaken you to the fact that you have more power than you know, and you always will. You'll never, ever, ever experience the full power of your divinity, but you will experience a lot more than most. And that's because you chose to. But because you have these codes and this knowing within you that you are going to see and feel your power, it has been something that your ego has tried to hide and play small in your whole life. So now it feels unsafe, but it's truly the safest thing for you to do. Because you being you is the easiest thing for you to do. You being you is how you'll be rewarded and supported and seen by who truly wants you to thrive. Because as we brought through yesterday, so many of you are not thriving, are not living as you want to because you're so afraid of what others will think, because you're afraid of upsetting or annoying or disappointing or letting someone down or mirroring or activating to someone that maybe they could be better. Stop it. Be who you want to be. You're free. Right now, Cortnie, at this level of authenticity and vulnerability, it is terrifying for her ego. Her ego has all the stories, all the memories, all the history of all the times that she's been even close to this vulnerable and been verbally attacked, been called crazy, been called fake. The amount of times that she has been told that she is fake, that the amount of love that she has, that the amount of optimism that she has, that the way that she sees the world is not real. The amount that she's been told that she needs to be realistic, that she needs to get her shit together, that she needs to know what she's doing as an adult in this world. The amount of time she's been told that she doesn't know what she's talking about. The amount of time she's been told that she's a narcissist trying to control others to believe her beliefs. The amount of time she's been told these things is what she had to work through to get here. But here she is, and she's clearly resonating with you. And clearly you're seeing that she is not fake. She's not trying to prove anything. She's not trying to make anyone do anything, but she has a soul contract that she cannot and has never been able to deny or avoid or run away from. She's tried. And the more she's tried, the more she's been aligned with the wrong people who didn't want her to thrive, because she's here to activate in people their truth. So if people are seeing that she's actually thriving and happy and enjoying being her, then that's going to activate in people that are meant to be there but aren't ready yet. And then that feels negative to you beings that care so much. But you are not helping anyone. You are not helping anyone by not helping yourself, by settling, by struggling, by suffering. You not having it all doesn't help anyone. And you are here to have it all. You are here to be free, because all of you here resonating with this, hearing us, you are here with a clear, pure heart. You're very sensitive. You felt everything. You are empathic in your own ways, and dependent on your human journey that's played out differently for all of you. But at the truth of you, you all have this specific light and contract that is here to awaken, that is here to awaken others to their truth and their power. So many are going to see that. They're going to be inspired by you. But the only way that you can truly help them is to do it for you, because they need to see the living proof of it. And you can only be the living proof of it by living it, which is where we had to get Cortnie to. She could speak it, preach it, activate it in people all she wanted, but she could only resonate with you when she was embodying it. And the reason she can resonate with you now is because she's living it and you're ready to too. So she's not going to resonate with the ones that aren't ready yet. And they're going to think she's crazy. And they're going to give all the reasons why you still have to work hard and hustle and struggle and suffer. And they're not going to get it. And it took a long time for her to feel okay with that. Not because she has anything to prove, but because she cannot handle anyone feeling anything negative. But now she sees that her holding herself back and trying to not trigger and activate others that weren't ready to see their light was actually doing a disservice to those of you that are ready to see it, that very, very easily can see it through her, which is incredibly challenging for her ego. The good news is that she got here, and she's being very divinely rewarded and supported. And if you are resonating, then that means you can too. And many of you are in many ways, but there are ways you still need to choose you more and more and more and more. Same with Cortnie. And you all have had the luxury of watching her journey here. You can watch it. We did this purposely, because she signed up for this. She volunteered. And now she's getting the reward. And the reward for her really is seeing and feeling you. Because then you all are mirroring to her the truth that she's always known. And she doesn't feel alone anymore. So if you're here receiving this, if this is resonating, then we really want you to know it is not by mistake, because this will only resonate with a few of you. Even though it will be maybe even hundreds of thousands of you can resonate with this. To the billions of you, you are all a very small percentage now, but you are all the ones that are the reason that others wake up. You are the reason that others wake up. You are here and you've always been aware and awake and conscious. And now it's time for you to own that. And you need to stop worrying. This is why we brought this message through, is because a lot of you are really stuck in the right way to say it, the way to say it and not trigger people, the way to know that what you're saying is true. You can't know. You can't know until you're there in the now. And you are going to trigger others. You can spend the rest of your life not triggering, not upsetting, not activating anyone. You can. You have free will. But we know you're not going to, because that's not what your soul signed up for. And we speak to the truth of you, the soul of you. And so we know that's why you're still listening, because you're resonating, right? So what we're telling you today is that you are free, as always, but you need to let go of worrying about any of it, about the problems you're here to solve, about the systems you're here to break, about the paradigms you're here to shatter, because all of that happens in the now through you being. And then you will know what you feel called to. You will know through what you're passionate about, through what lights you up. And there may be rules that you want to shine light on and break. There may be paradigms that you want to have people shift out of. But right now, the most important thing you can do is see and feel and be the light that you are, and be the authentic, vulnerable expression of divinity you're here to be. That's going to come through however it's meant to. But you don't have to worry about if you're breaking or making rules, if you're creating them or ignoring them. The rules that are serving your humanness so that you can feel safe in that body, follow them. Pay your taxes, whatever, but don't stress about it. It's just a part of the human journey, and that's all shifting and changing soon enough. So right now, stop making it complicated. Stop making things that really don't matter to you, to the truth of you, bother you. So many of you are making so many things that don't really matter bother you, and it's stopping you from having fun and being free. We promise you, no matter where you are in life, in your ascension journey, if you receive this message, doesn't matter your human age, doesn't matter your career, doesn't matter your relationship status, doesn't matter the size of your body, none of that matters. What matters is that you're here. What matters is that you choose you. If you're here now, you're worthy. Choose you. The rest will work itself out. We promise you. We promise. But you can only know if you trust. If you trust in what's resonating, if you trust in what you're feeling called to. Okay? Okay. We know you received this perfectly in the right time, as you're meant to. We'll let Courtney come back through and wrap this up. We love you. You're doing it. We promise you. One sec. I was about to choke on air. This is becoming too much fun. Zero moving the mic and all the things like, oh, old Courtney would have been so uncomfortable. You want no secret. When they've done that in the past, I just didn't share the videos, or I cut that part out because I was like, this is going to be weird to people, not to you. Not to you. You see the truth. You know. I can't fake. I can't make this shit up. I needed to hear all of that. I had no clue what exactly their message was for that. And I definitely know I needed to hear all of it. And so let me know in the comments below if you're still here what you received. Because what I received from that was clarity and confirmation, but also such deep. I'm going to give you a moment to share below before I share the greatest thing I received from that. Deep, deep relief. Like relief in a way I didn't know I needed. I haven't consciously been here being like, I need to not play by the rules. I need to break the rules. I haven't really necessarily cared about that, but I have been feeling this like pressure to make sure that people understood the power that they had. And I felt this obligation that I needed to find proof that you don't have to work hard, that you're willing to, and maybe this is why this message hasn't come through. A couple times I've tried to have a message come through of how in higher consciousness and the new earth and heaven and earth, you don't have to work. But Zero's take on that was perfect and exactly why this message hadn't come through before, because I feel like I was kind of trying to prove something. I know I was trying to prove something because I'm working in the like 3D. My parents think I just work all the time. They just think I'm exhausting myself working all the time because I have no time to spend with anyone because I'm here with you, recording on YouTube, creating for Superconscious Mastery, doing one-on-ones, creating other things and stuff you don't know about yet. But it does not feel like work. It's literally play. It's play. It's fun. I'm enjoying it. And I needed what Zero just brought through to really show me the message I've been kind of trying to force out of me of like, it may look like work. You can still have a job. You can still have a career, but you love it so much. You're playing, you're having fun, you're creating, you're anchoring the light, you're doing what you love, you're being who you are. You are here. Yes, you're on a human journey. We need to make money or Bitcoin or whatever form of currency is needed on this. It's just places I'm not going to go. I'll have it all, but that's not what I'm here for. Others are here to channel through information on that. But I do really see and have always seen that it's limitless and that I will always be able to do what I want to do. But I won't let any of that hold me back. And I never have. And I kind of feel like I was stuck before this message today in this paradigm where I needed to like find the right way to bring this through, but Zero just did that for me, which is that there's really literally nothing we have to prove. There's nothing we have to prove or figure out. We just have to live a life we love. And that will be the living proof, but like that's enough. We don't need to explain it. And that's been a toxic trait of mine, of feeling like I need to explain and over express what I'm saying and what I'm bringing through. But I know this just resonates with you. Like you can retire right now. I am retired. I am retired from working, but I'm full in on creating, and I am open to receiving everything I need to live a life I love, to live in my heaven on earth. So however that compensation is meant to come through, it will. It can be connection, it can be experience, it can be money, it can be plants. As long as I'm there and I'm present, I'm enjoying, I'm happy. It can be trips, it can be whatever. I just want to live my life and share what I'm here to. And that to me is what we're all here to do. So call it work if you want to, but to me, it really doesn't feel like that. Like I literally am in my office, this room right here, 20 of 24 hours of a day, probably. And I love it. I love it. Yes, I am excited to go to Mexico. I'm going to Mexico, by the way, if you don't know. After Superconscious Mastery is done, I'm going to Mexico for a week, all inclusive, because I just want to I just want to not think about any human things and have someone else make the food and just be in the sun and buy a pool and process all that has happened in that last 111 days of Superconscious Mastery, which is literally the greatest thing ever. In my opinion, that it's definitely the best thing I've ever experienced and created on this journey, in this incarnation. But anyways, you can still get in if you're curious. But where was I going? I don't know. I'm creating more than I've ever created, but I'm working never. This doesn't feel like work. Like I literally am just sitting in this room talking to a mic, saying things and allowing Source to channel through me. Other people, all the people that don't understand me, think I'm fucking crazy and don't understand at all, but they're also seeing how happy I am finally, and how I'm not trying to figure out how I save the world, and how I'm not over giving, because my family saw me do that for so long, of just trying to fix and save all these people that weren't meant to be fixed and saved by me, because no one is. There's no one. Oh, it's 444. There is no one's broken. There's nothing to fix. There's nothing to solve. There's nothing to prove. There's just being. There's just being. And that will then fix and solve all the problems of the world, because this world needs nothing more than all of us just embodying our light, having fun, and being free. That's it. That's all. We have nothing that we have to do. And through being, we will create everything we're here to. That's good. I'm going to leave you with that. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you for co-creating this magic with me. Let us know below, where are you anchoring the light? And what today are you choosing? You let that answer come through however it's meant to. Love you.